everybody, and welcome to the finale of our Pokemon Black 2 No Healing in Battle Revenge Rainbow Wedlocke. In the last episode, we made our way through the fourth and final Elite Four member being Marshall, and I did it all thanks to my Gastrodon, Gushers, who has been a boss since we added her back in Castalia City. That's so long ago. This adventure has been wicked, and we have had so many unique Pokemon along the way. Thanks to our Salamence Reckless, we were able to defeat Caitlyn. Thanks to Reckless as well, we were able to defeat Chantal. And in extension, those two were beaten by Brooklyn, if you want to look at it that way. We beat Grimsley with Marcus and Catherine, who have been together since Elisa. They have been monstrous, and Catherine was a part of our original 6. We have done this Elite Four deathless. We have come so far. And it's time for the finale, the champion. We have all 6 Pokemon still remaining, but this is not set in stone. We could still lose this, which is terrifying. I have to win this game. We need to win this game. And there's only one battle left before us seeing if we're gonna win this Revenge Wedlocke. The hardest challenge I've ever attempted in my entire Pokemon career. And we're here, deathless in the Pokemon League, with 7 deaths along the way to get here. 7! That's it! And I want to keep that number the same so bad. I want to do this for all the Pokemon that died in White 2. I want to do this for all the Platinum Pokemon. I want to do this for Sade. I want to do this for Elusive, Sonora, Lout, Trixie, Carly, and Brooklyn. And I more than anything want to do this for Karma, Marcus, Catherine, Reckless, Gushers, November, and Nadia. And all of the Pokemon that Ross used back in White 2. After nearly 111 hours game time later. A ton of Pokemon we never got to use. And 13 different Pokemon that we used along the way. It's time for the finale of the Pokemon Black 2 No Healing in Battle Revenge Rainbow Wedlocke. The longest series I've ever done. Episode 58 is now. Let's do this now. Let's scale to the top of this long staircase and face the champion of the Unova region in Black and White 2 once and for all. Let's do this. Even if we don't do it deathless, doesn't matter as long as we win this game. Welcome, Challenger. Get ready for one of the best music tracks of all time. I've been waiting for this. So have I, Iris! So have I. You know what? I really look forward to having serious battles with strong trainers. I mean, come on. The trainers who make it here are trainers who desire victory with every fiber of their being. And they're battling alongside Pokemon that have been through countless difficult battles. If I battle with people like that, not only will I get stronger, but my Pokemon will too. And we'll get to know each other even better. Okay, brace yourself. I'm Iris, the Pokemon League champion, and I'm going to defeat you. Hell no, you're not! It's time for the final battle of Karma's Pokemon Black 2 No Healing in Battle Revenge Rainbow Wedlocke versus Champion Iris at the peak of the Pokemon League in the Unova region. And first up is her Hydreigon. It's a Dark Dragon type, and I need your help, Marcus! You've been here since Nimbasa City. You have done such incredible things along the way. I added you when everybody said you were the wrong choice, but here you still stand. Let's win this game! Marcus, take this hit, buddy. It's a Dragon Pulse from a super strong Hydreigon. You gotta take it. Yeah, Drain Punch. That should one-shot and take us back to full hit points. There we go. See you later, Hydreigon. And Marcus gets healed back up to full. 1 down, 5 to go. Fighting ends this girl. As you can see, with Marcus and the Life Orb. Next up is Druddigon. This is where luck becomes a factor in our Deathless Pokemon League. Next up is Druddigon. It's a Dragon type, level 61, and I gotta land a high jump kick without the wide lens we've relied on this whole game. High jump kick! And that should be it for Druddigon. Nice work, Marcus! Yeah! Alright! We're taking more damage because of the Life Orb, but I'm going for a sweep. Next up is her Aggron. That's fine by me. Aggron is a Steel Rock type, level 61. Marcus, Drain Punch this thing! We outspeed, and I don't believe it has Sturdy. That should be a one-hit KO through that 4 times super effectiveness and taking us back to full. Nice work, buddy! 3 down, 3 to go! And we're gonna hit level 67 in the process. Great work, Marcus! Next up is Lapras. Perfect. Alright, this is one more bit of luck. Marcus has relied on that little tiny piece of glass the whole game. And you need to not rely on it for one more time. Marcus, high jump kick! There we go! That's it for Lapras! There we go, Water Ice! Level 61, and you're out of here! Only 2 more to go! Next up is Haxorus. That's what I wanted to see. This is where this can all come downhill really quick. This thing has a Focus Sash. We're not allowed to take it out in one shot, and it probably just one-shots us after it sets up a Dragon Dance. Best case scenario here is it does not use Dragon Dance. So, Drain Punch probably takes it down to half. But Ice Punch, if I'm able to get one off, could make it freeze. That might be the difference in doing this Deathless. I might have to go for it here. It has a Focus Sash. I can't knock it out in one shot. Marcus. Yeah, it's going for the Dragon Dance. Marcus, right here and now, you can make history! Black and White 2 don't beat Pokemon League's Deathless! Ice Punch! Freeze it! Not quite, and it hangs on with its Focus Sash. But Marcus, you've got one more chance to... Wait a second. She's gonna heal. She might. If that's the case, I gotta go for it. Yeah, she did! The Focus Sash is gone! What was I thinking? For some reason, I thought it stayed around. I wasn't thinking right. Marcus, Ice Punch! That's it for Haxorus! Holy crap! Only one Pokemon's left! And Marcus hits level 68 as his job comes to an end. Her final Pokemon is Archeops. And there's no way in hell I'm letting Marcus fight that. That's what his partner Catherine's for. I regretted evolving you into Jolteon so long ago, and I thought Flareon was the better option. This right here proves to me that my past was correct. She's gonna hone her mind and become one with her Pokemon. And we finally get to take Thunderbolt for a spin. Thunderbolt! And that's it for Archeops and Champion Iris. We just beat the Pokemon League of Black and White 2! Deathless! And we have won this game! I'm upset I couldn't win, but you know what? More than that, I'm happy. I mean, come on. Having a serious battle, you and your Pokemon, me and my Pokemon, we all got to know one another better than before. Yep, we sure did. Let's go. There's one regret I have. That's Nadia and November not getting to fight. But they didn't need to. They did so much. They've done so much in this adventure. It wasn't necessary. I had a really cool strategy with them, but it was a last resort option. Choice Scarf, sheer cold. That was my last resort. Unfortunate it wasn't able to be seen, but I'm glad that it didn't need to be used. Here's the Hall of Fame. Something Ross wasn't able to achieve, but we finally get to see what it's like. Without losing. Hey, come on. Karma, put them in. To the trainer standing before me and the Pokemon at your side, your beautiful bond has grown strong through battle. In order to make this bond an eternal treasure, your name shall be recorded here. It's been a long time. This is for the 7 that died. And these 6 were able to move on standing. Marcus, our Metacham, level 68. Catherine, our Jolteon, level 65. Reckless, our Salamence, level 68. Gushers, our Gastrodon, level 66. November, our Scolipede, level 65. And Nadia, our Abomasnow, level 65. We did it. Sade, Elusive, Sonora, Lout, Trixie, Carly, and Brooklyn. Catherine, Marcus, Nadia, November, Reckless, and Gushers did this for you. And I couldn't be happier with the outcome. After 111 hours, we have won this game. 7 deaths was the final count, and I can't believe it. I couldn't be more proud of my team, the Pokemon we've used, everything. And I'm so thankful that you guys stuck around watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this series. Don't go anywhere yet! It's time to show off all the beautiful fan art that you guys sent in, as I always do. Nearly 100 pieces that you guys have drawn for me in this series, and I couldn't be more grateful for it all. But, before I show you guys that, a lot of you in my Discord server have been playing along with this playthrough. And it just wouldn't feel right to not end on this high note and show off how your journeys went as you played along with Kroma's Black 2, No Healing, In Battle, Revenge, Rainbow Wedlocke. Let's see how you guys did. And then take a look at all the fan art. And then maybe see where we're going next. The first update comes from Magical Girl Rosa. She says, 11 deaths in total. My White 2 Wedlocke ended in victory. My survivors consist of King Paul II, the Slow King, who was basically my starter for this run, and his partner Joan, the Escavalier, who joined not too long before the end and was excellent in her short time with us. Together, they were Team Kingdom. Of the final 6, the pair of Texas, the Snorlax, and Sentry, the Yanmega, being Team Squash, fell to Grimsley, and the pair of Glory, the Arcanine, and Alododola, the Alola-Mola, Team Heartache, fell to Iris. Before them, we lost to Sunflora and Lilip in the Desert Resort, and Anorith and Hippopotas to Elisa, and Texas's first partner, a Grumpig, and Castalia's Back Alley, and 2 more. Dex the Golduck, Glory's original partner, was one of my favorite Pokemon I used this journey. He and his partner beat Berg, Clay, and Skyla together, but we lost him in Drayden's gym. Voices the Spiritomb was Paul's original partner, who fought Roxy and finished Elisa, and we lost her in the Plasma Frigate. Special shout out to Texas and Sentry, who beat the last 2 gyms, as well as Colress and Getsus together. All members of the team had earned their boss stamps by the end, and I ended this run satisfied. Looking back, some notable moments I'd like to share were my Sunflora Sundance, sweeping the first gym leader Charon. Voices my Spiritomb lived on slivers of health against both Roxy and Elisa after our Anorith Lion and Hippopotas Yatsuhashi fell to her. Texas and Sentry were both dragon-tailed into the fight against Drayden, but managed to handle him just fine, and I was surprised that King Paul and Joan were able to defeat Marshall deathless. And Glory and Alododola managed to handle most of all Iris's Pokemon, all by themselves. Update number 2 comes from Masaida. He says, the journey started off with a little Oshawott named Hanzo and a Lillipup named Rose. Despite not liking each other, we pulled through and beat Charon. We hatched a Letaba named Rockstar and caught a Growlithe named Comic that paired with Rose. Rockstar found his partner Limbo the Jolteon, and Hanzo didn't find his soulmate until Nimbasa City, a Dwebble named Rosetta. We first lost Limbo the Jolteon to the Scraggy double battle, which I ran into before being able to train him up. Then came Rockstar the Ledian, and Eggy the Duosian to a triple battle in Chargestone Cave. Once we got to Cobalion, it wiped out Rose the Stoutland and Comic the Arcanine with a snap. After destroying Drayden, Andy the Braviary and Pentino the Mr. Mime were killed by a shell-smashing Crustle, and that was it for the deaths until the League. Twister the Carnivine and Tenko the Minchow destroyed Team Plasma. At that point, we had a final team. Hanzo the Samurott paired with Rosetta the Crustle, Strange the Galvantula paired with Claudia the Ambipom, and Twister the Carnivine with Tenko the Minchow. Unfortunately, Marshall wiped out 4 of our Pokemon, and we eventually did wipe out the Iris, but I ended this run satisfied as well. I like to imagine they're all chilling in the afterlife. All 14 of them. Some special moments of this adventure to me were my Braviary Andy defeating Drayden, and when Twister and Tenko defeated Ghetsis. Claudia beat Marshall's +1 Conkeldurr by freezing it and finishing it off, which was able to have us reach Iris. Rosetta lived with 5 hit points against Haxorus and dodged a lot of important moves and flinched Pokemon along the way. Update 3 comes from the mysterious Hollow. Hollow unfortunately didn't give us a summary of her adventure, but she did end up winning her play-along, and I found a picture of her final 6 from before the Pokemon League to show you. Update 4 is from Pratt. He says the journey has come to a close with 10 deaths, with the only 2 survivors being Bradley the Tangrowth and Pulte the Jolteon. Overall, this was a very fun and memorable lock despite lots of bad luck and obstacles. Also got the opportunity to use many Pokemon I've always wanted to use. First, we lost Prize, the Lucario, to Charon's Chinchino, which landed Sing, and got a critical hit wake-up slap. His partner Grill the Emolga fell to the next battle against Colress. Then Seadra the Leavanny died due to my fault, from a cast form with Fire Blast. Resolute the Emolga and Litmus, my Emboar, my starter, died to Drayden due to a string of bad luck and misplays. Lalotai the Cofagrigus died to a Darmanitan which straight up killed with a critical hit Flare Blitz. Primal the Claydol died to Marshall while Horoscope the Drapion, Pineapple the Sandslash, and Caffeine the Weezing died to Iris. Some notable moments were Prize my Lucario sweeping the first 3 gyms, and having Caffeine my Coughing have close calls against the Sigilif and Colress in the Pokemon World Tournament. Horoscope my Drapion dominated the endgame, and Caffeine thawing out from an Ice Beam freeze, essentially saving the entire lock. Update number 6 comes from Ida the Togekiss. She says, this adventure was a weird one. I was not expecting to go through Unova back to back, but I did it anyways. I chose my shy protagonist Cosmos and did a space naming theme. My original 6 was pretty cool, and my final 6 was cool too. There was kind of a falling out after Chargestone Cave on my end. I did not feel the initial excitement I had first had. Losing Salacia and Swift in Reversal Mountain didn't really help either, and I felt that I had played through the rest of Unova just to get it over with. But in my last few moments, the support and help I got from my friends also playing along revived my love for the run. I wanted to finish not only to get it over with, but to give a satisfying ending for everyone cheering me on. Some highlights of mine were sweeping Charon with Rollout, and Spirit soloing Elisa, pretty much saving the run. Rhea saved her and Spirit during the Zinzalin fight in Opaloosid, and Epsilon survived the Heatmore Durant double battle despite the odds. True revenge was achieved after beating the veteran double battle in Victory Road. Update number 7 comes from Spectrum. Spectrum unfortunately also didn't give us a summary of his adventure from start to finish, but did include pairs and deaths, so I'll go over those. His original 6 consisted of Tabs the Patrat and Sultan the Duop, who died to Roxy. Rabaka his Gigalith and Lottie his Ampharos, who also died to Elisa, and his Weezing Aroa and Raticate named Kurt Ritchie, who made it to the very end. He also lost his Krokorok in Mistralton Cave and Lilligant in Chargestone Cave. Skyla took his Braviary, Sandslash, and Sawsbuck from him, and his rival in Undella took his own Swanna and his Excadrill away, with his final death before the League being his Scolipede to Colress. In the end, Spectrum won, with 16 deaths, and his final 6 being his Weezing and Raticate, Team New York City, Zoroark and Azumarill, Team Hattrick, and Ferrothorn and Jellicent, Team Round. And the final update, coming from Bear0601. This was by far one of my favorite playthroughs that I've ever done. At the end of my adventure, I had 28 deaths, and one survivor being Chelsea the Yanmega, While grinding was a huge pain at times, especially when I tried getting battle points at the Pokemon World Tournament, there are too many deaths to list, but I'll say some that really sucked. I lost my whole team, but continued because I still had usable Pokemon, so I could count it as a win, because I wasn't too far in the game. Delilah my Vaporeon, Darwin my Slowking, and Lush my Ferrothorn, who I lost to Marlin, and Terror the Braviary, Pinky the Cofagrigus, and Pingus-Bug the Gliscor, who all died to Victory Road. Some good moments, however, were my starting pair of Lucario and Pignite, who beat the first 3 gyms alone. Riz, my Luxray, beat Iris's Hydreigon alone, and Daba D beat Iris's Aggron, Lapras, and Druddigon, one by one. And Chelsea, my Yanmega, was the savior of the run, taking a +1 outrage from Iris's Haxorus, and dodging Archeopsis Stone Edge, winning the challenge, being the only survivor left. You guys all did incredibly well and should be proud. Thank you so much for playing alongside me. We've come a long way these past 7 months, and I couldn't have done it without you all watching and without the Pokemon I used along the way. We started strong with Sade and Elusive, but unfortunately they both were the first to die for me against Berg. But I think they would be proud of what we have accomplished here, and be glad to know that we did get our revenge. Thanks so much for being a part of this journey with us, Elusive and Sade. You both would be happy to know one of the Pokemon who took your place made it to the very end and lived to tell the tale. Sonora, it took you so long to find love, and all the way until Castalia City. And by then, your time was already running out. I really wish I could have seen what you would end up like as a Cacturn, but it just wasn't meant to be. You would be so proud of Catherine. She dealt the final blow on this adventure, and lives peacefully on with Marcus. Lout, just like Sonora, you too fell way too soon. You were robbed of an unbelievable adventure and one of the most devastating deaths I have ever seen. You would be so proud of what Gushers has done. Her new partner Brooklyn took her to new heights, and even though he didn't make it, it's because we believed in Brooklyn that Gushers was able to make it to the very end and live on. Trixie, none of us would be here if it weren't for you. This would have ended a long time ago, and we would be in the middle of some other adventure right now. You are single-handedly the reason that we were able to go on and eventually win this game, and your partner November is still here with us. She assisted in defeating Getsus, and has been an all-around trooper the whole game. You saved her life, and I want you to know she is still here, and will live on peacefully. Carly, what I said to Trixie can partially be said to you. You were there when November was hurting, and you saved November as well, and potentially the whole team. By you dying in Drayden's gym, you may have saved our entire adventure by having Nadia join us. It may not be the exact same as Trixie, but I know of a certain someone it was very much like. Brooklyn, you impacted me personally so much. I absolutely loved my time with you, and while it hurts seeing you not here with us at the end, I think you had a major impact on why we won. Without Reckless, I don't know if we could have done this, and by you making it as far as you did, it opened up a spot just perfect for Reckless. And I believe strongly that is what your fate and destiny had in store for you. I miss you, buddy. November and Nadia. While you two were unfortunate with your typings and not as strong as the other two pairs, you guys did what was required of you, and very well too, I may add. You swept Getsis together and spared many a death against Drayden. You guys didn't need to fight in the league, and while I wish you could have, I'm still glad with the result. Catherine and Marcus, one of my most reliable and overused pairs in history. I always found myself using you two and relying on you for everything midway through this adventure. Towards the end, I found myself babying you two a bit more, but you didn't need it. You guys worked so well together, and the regret I may have had towards the beginning of adding you, Marcus, or evolving you into Jolteon, Catherine, went away immediately. And you guys were insane the entire adventure. Gushers! You are probably one of the single most reliable Pokemon I have ever used. Without you, this adventure would have gone much differently, and being accompanied by incredibly strong partners in Lout, Brooklyn, and Reckless made you that much more of a threat. I'm glad you were able to nearly single-handedly defeat Marshall, someone who haunts me very much, and further prove just how much of a monster you truly became. Thank you so much to everyone who sent in fan art. It truly means the world to me, and I really hope you all enjoyed this series and are looking forward to the next one. I hope to see your names in the comments, in my Discord server, and fan art for my series for many series to come. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Chroma's Black 2, No Healing in Battle, Revenge, Rainbow Wedlocke. And it's safe to say that we got our revenge. I'm not quite done getting revenge just yet.